Yo, what up, YT? They call me Ace, aka Radical. And this will be the start to our season 3. We like to have fun, so we have our own little count with the season thing. But yes, this is our season 3. We will be drawing number 3 from Kids Next Door. Here on this channel, we like to draw. Thank you for your view. Thank you for watching if you watched me for this long. I really do appreciate you. Don't mind this. This is a gift for Kayeli, the young one. Alright, come on, let's make this happen. Gotta make it do what it do, baby. Let's dance. Light pencil sketch, like we do. Today we'll be working on a picture of Numbuh 3 from Kids Next Door. Another great show, another show that I watched a lot when I was a wee lad. I don't remember a lot of the story chronologically. As a matter of fact, when I watched the show when I was young, I feel like I watched a lot of reruns. I feel like I didn't catch episodes when they aired. I didn't know the story in a linear, straight path kind of way. It's all over the place for me, but loved the show, watched it, and it had a movie too. It was cool. Both girls on that team are really cool. Number 3 and number 5, voiced by Cree Summers. I loved them both, number 3 and number 5. Yes. The dude characters were also very cool. The whole set of 5 were cool characters. They had real names. I don't remember any of their real names. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go to Google for that. I'm not gonna do it for this episode, but yeah, I gotta go to Google. I gotta go to Google to figure out their real names. I only know their code names. Number 1 being the bald one, number 4 being the blonde one, number 2 being the fat one. I vaguely remember the fat one. Wallaby? Whatever. I don't even remember the code names. In this picture, while we are drawing number 3, we didn't draw her the traditional way. We didn't draw her in the original art style. We saw a picture of just some random girl just staring off, and we was like, oh, that looks pretty cool. We liked her positioning. She didn't have the sleeves out over her hands or anything like that. We just liked that her hand was like, she was like this. That's all. So I liked that picture. I was like, all right, let me just use that same image and draw number 3 like that. But I didn't want to draw number 3 in the number 3 style. I wanted to draw her in the normal, in a different style. I didn't want to have to try to imitate the original artist's design. That took a lot of words for me to say. I apologize. But yeah, you could call this me drawing number 3 in like an anime style. Which is why we don't normally let the eyebrows show through the hair, as you can see through the bangs there. But it does that in the cartoon, and it does that and they do that in a lot of anime style pictures, so I was like, alright, we're gonna do that here. We're doing the black line now. I personally am not a big fan of the eyebrows showing from underneath the hair. I don't hate it, but in my own personal life and choices, I wouldn't do that. We were outside in the backyard of my cousin's crib at this point, so you can see that I started drawing in a different area, scenery. Change clothes, change, whatever. We're doing our black line work with a Sharpie marker, like we always do. We do have those, don't remember the name of the brand, but they're these really thin black markers, better liner markers, better markers for line work. And they have different sizes like 0.5, 1. I think it's called Micron, M-I-C-R-O-N. I would have to go into my drawer and look. I'm not gonna do that right now. But we will go back to using those markers to line work because as much as we love Sharpies, and we do, there is something about it that if I don't go in one stroke motion, that it starts to build up and it bleeds. And I tend to make that mistake quite often because sometimes when I draw, I'll put the marker down and I'll just wait there for a bit and not realize and go, oh snap, and then I'll start going. By then it's too late. It might be the case that all markers do that. My micron markers might do the same exact thing. So that just might be an issue with me. Stopping. Just go. We're gonna do the pink highlights on one side. We were gonna do blue highlights on the other side, but I didn't trust my own abilities, to tell you the truth. I didn't want to do blue. I wanted to do green on the other side, but she wears a green sweater. So that seemed like out of the question. I didn't want to put a green highlight on a green sweater. I didn't want to use blue. I just didn't want to. So we just did the pink alone. On a different picture, we'll do the double highlight thing. Kind of like how they do in, I don't know what to call it. Like, you know, cyberpunk things or in current One Piece animations. The color play. I'm trying to work more on my color play. In the original Kids Next Door cartoon, Number 3's eyes aren't like, you know, the pupil eye color. It's just the skin color all the way. Kind of like Scooby-Doo. So that's why we did that there too. But we wanted to still put the highlight there in with the pink. Or I should say more accurately, fuchsia. I believe this color is fuchsia, I don't really know. But it looks fuchsia to me. Using the Dabo and Shobo markers here to color their skin and their hair. I mentioned before that I don't like how when you're coloring out one part and then you try to shift to the other part and you can kind of see the line difference. You can see that in the hair now too. That's what the Dabo and Shobo markers do. If you keep coloring or if you add more layers, it'll get darker and darker. So I have to learn to better utilize that as well. I do like my markers to be just opaque, regular, solid colors. But there is an advantage of having markers that do more when you add more layers onto it. It helps a lot with shading, if you want to shade in that way. Practice makes perfect, right? So, you know, do your thing. On her right arm, you see that we started coloring the top green and then it kind of faded out. That marker died on us. Anyways, when that marker died, we looked for the next closest green that we could find and just continued coloring that way. So if you look closely, you can kind of see the difference between her hand, the right hand green, and then down below the wrist, that green, and the rest of the green. It's not the same. The base color green is not the same. But we got fairly close. So close that I forgot for a moment that I did that. So I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it at all. Here you can see that we're doing the darker shade on the hair. Now with the Dabo and Shobo markers, them it being how thick it is, it's not like exact hair strands, you know, like how you would do with the pencil. You could kind of see the streaks of hair. This is more like a base block color in hair, but it still came out pretty good. I'm not mad at it, once again. But I should have put more effort into it. It feels like I kind of not gave up, but like phoned it in. I think I should have done another layer of dark on the hair alone. Just the hair. Yeah, just the hair. But I appreciate you for watching. Thanks. Thank you. At the end here, we're going to use some Posca markers just to add more to the highlights, specifically on the eyes. We're going to use a white Posca and a pink Posca just for a little bit. And then we're going to show out. Here is the pencil sketch, then the black line work, and now the final product. Full color. Oh joy. Good times. I thank God that I can do this. For real, for real. Hope you enjoyed it. Until next time. Alright, that's a wrap on another one. This is number 3 from Kids Next Door. Thank you for sticking around if you stuck around for this long. Like if you like this video. Subscribe if you with this noise. Share it if you're about that life. If you would like and so choose to do so, you can follow me on social media at SpiltInkAce. I also have a Patreon at SpiltInkAce. Trying to get more active, yes. Get more consistent. I really do appreciate you for your view. Thank you. Until next time, later.